A PSA from Instacart. It's Sunday, 5 p.m. You had a non-stop weekend. You're running on empty, and so is your fridge. You're in the trenches of the Sunday scaries. You don't have it in you to go to the store, but this is your reminder. You don't have to. You can get everything you need delivered through Instacart so that you can get what you really need. More time to do whatever you want. Instacart. For one less Sunday scary, we're here.
On today's Smart 7, Starmer and Trump sign tech investment deal, Israel continues Gaza City assault, and lots more. It's Friday the 19th of September, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day, and happy birthday Jimmy Fallon.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
After the glamour of a full state banquet, Donald Trump spent day 2 of his state visit in the company of Keir Starmer. There's always a certain amount of nervousness when it comes to the US president, and with Starmer battling an Epstein-related scandal over Peter Mandelson, it wasn't clear how the meeting would go. The Prime Minister was keen to emphasise the long-standing alliance between the United States and the United Kingdom.
We've renewed the special relationship for a new era. The United Kingdom and the United States stand together today as first partners on defence, first partners in trade, and now with the new agreement that we've just signed this afternoon, we're confirming our status as the first partners in science and technology.
Donald seemed to be in a relatively mellow mood at the press conference, saying he didn't know Peter Mandelson, grumbling about Vladimir Putin, and avoiding a direct conflict with Starmer over Israel and Gaza. He was still glowing about the unprecedented second state visit to his favourite European nation.
I don't know him, actually. I had heard that, and I think maybe the Prime Minister would be better speaking of it.
Aside from the banquets and the grand tour, the visit of President Trump also brought a significant piece of tech investment for the UK. The deal, which could see an investment of £150 billion, may also create over 7,600 jobs. It will see investment from US tech giants including Microsoft, Google, and private equity company Blackstone. Prime Minister Keir Starmer sounded delighted as he and Trump signed off on the package.
It is the biggest investment package of its kind in British history. So thank you so much for your contribution on your part in that as the embodiment of that special relationship.
The Trump visit has seen protests, but the government was careful to limit access to the US president, which left protesters in Parliament Square and miles from any access to the actual visit. One of those protesting was an American Portia Caymans from a group called Indivisible London, a UK branch of an American protest group. And she says that the US president will target anyone that he thinks will benefit his agenda.
Rage is useful to Trump and his far-right allies everywhere. He uses it to build a community of us versus any scapegoat he chooses to make them.
Israel continued its ground offensive in Gaza City on Thursday, with at least 99 Palestinians killed as Israeli tanks pushed towards the city centre. There were reports of phone and internet lines being cut as Israel aims to kill or capture what it says are thousands of Hamas militants sheltering in the city. Despite this week's finding by the UN Commission that Israel committed genocide in Gaza, there's been no let-up in the Gaza assault. There's been growing protest in Israel over the ongoing war. And Haaretz of Israel columnist Gideon Levy says that the UN is correct.
And there are no two armies here. There's one well-equipped army, one of the strongest armies in the world.
Ukraine has begun to receive its first shipments of weapons under the new European-funded weapons scheme, which is known as the Prioritised Ukrainian Requirements List, or PEARL for short. The additional weapons will include missiles for Patriot air defence systems and also for HIMARS rocket launches, and are urgently needed. The first shipment is worth about $1 billion, but the total commitment is almost 5 times that. Donald Trump appears to have signalled a change of tone on Russia, grumbling that Putin let him down at the press conference with Keir Starmer. President Zelensky was on the front lines in Donetsk on Thursday, where he says Ukrainian troops have made progress in pushing back Russian forces.
We're carrying out one of our counter-offensive operations, tough battles, but our troops have inflicted serious losses. 160 square kilometers liberated, another 170 plus cleared, 7 settlements freed, 9 more cleared of Russian presence.
Still to come on the Smart 7, in association with Metro, Rashford sinks Newcastle and Jimmy Kimmel gets cancelled. Right after this.
You know how everything's a subscription now? Music, movies, even socks. I swear if
To continue this ad, please upgrade to Premium Plus Platinum.
What? No, anyway, Blue Apron...
This is a pay-per-listen ad. Please confirm your billing.
Oh, that's annoying. At least with the new Blue Apron, there's no subscription needed. Get delicious meals delivered without the weekly plan.
Wait, no subscription?
Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Welcome back. Jose Mourinho hasn't spent too long on the unemployment lines. He's now the manager of Benfica. Thursday evening saw the final set of games in this week's Champions League first round of fixtures. Man City hosted Napoli at the Etihad and won comfortably, with Erling Haaland scoring his 50th Champions League goal in a 2-0 win. Newcastle had Spanish royalty in the form of Barcelona, and Man United loanee Marcus Rashford scored twice in a 2-1 win for the Spaniards.
But also to play the type of football that we train every day in the training ground. It's very difficult to do this in Newcastle Stadium, so I'm really proud of the team.
There was widespread shock in American media after the Jimmy Kimmel Show was indefinitely paused by American network ABC. The cause was a joke made by Kimmel about how Donald Trump was coping with the death of Charlie Kirk. Kimmel then showed footage of Trump pivoting to talking about the White House ballroom and said, "The 4th stage of grief, construction." It seemed very mild, but the Trump administration and Federal Communications Commissioner Brendan Carr jumped at the chance to push Kimmel off the network. Trump tweeted jubilantly that the unfunny Kimmel was gone and said Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers should be next. UK comedian Nish Kumar thinks we're heading to a dangerous place.
I'm not sure what the obsession with balance in comedy is. Comedy is either funny or it's not funny. There's this idea that, we have to fixate on bias. That doesn't really make any sense.
There's a brand new thriller series on the way to Netflix from the creators of spy drama Homelands. It's produced by Jodie Foster and Conan O'Brien, and it stars Homeland's regular Claire Danes alongside Matthew Rhys. The plot revolves around an author struggling with writer's block who gets jolted into action when a notorious real estate mogul and murder suspect moves in next door. It's an 8-part series and all episodes drop on Netflix on November 13th.
We flirt with death to prove we're truly alive. And if we can't stop, then that small fire we lit might just burn the whole house down, with us still inside.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Consider this your sign to skip the what's for dinner debate tonight. Outback Steakhouse has a 3-course meal starting at just $14.99. Start with soup or salad, then take your pick of down-under entrees, like our juicy towering burger or flame-grilled shrimp. And for dessert, New York-style cheesecake, plus $8 cocktails all day, every day. 3 courses, starting at $14.99. Tell the group chat you'll see them at Outback. Price and participation may vary.